How's it going? Making sure this is working. It's public. Cool. Switch to the face cam. All right. What? It says the encoding settings are changed. I think there's bugs in this program. Technical issues. Let's try that again. Yeah, I do multi-streaming, so just sometimes this thing has issues. Hopefully that fixed it. Please work. Whoops. I think I'm going to have to remove and re-add the source. It's not cooperating. Maybe it's just really, really slow. I'm not sure. There we go. How's it going? Back with another 2 drink reviews. Just making sure everything is working. Yeah, it looks like it. All right. We've got energy drink and some lemonade tea. Rainstorm Peach Nectarine. Lipton's Fusions Lemonade Iced Tea. Strawberry lemonade. So I think I'll start with the energy drink. Let's take a look here. It says peach flavor plus other natural flavors, 0 sugar, 12 fluid ounce, 355 milliliters. The can itself has kind of a texture to it. This is interesting. 0% juice. They call it clean energy, whatever that means. FDA regulated beverage. Okay. Let's see. 10 calories for the can. 270 milligrams of sodium. That's quite a bit, actually, for a little can like this. 3 total carbohydrates. We've got vitamin A, vitamin C, B3, B6, B12, biotin, B7, pantothenic acid, B5, zinc, and chromium. And those are various amounts for each one. Ingredients, we've got carbonated water, citric acid. I can't read what it says. pH control. Okay. Sodium citrate, natural flavors, caffeine, panic ginseng root extract, esoflane, potassium. So that's that and sucralose are the sweeteners for this. So at least know these are in here. You know, if you're sensitive to that stuff or you just don't want to consume it, it's in here. Ascorbic acid, vitamin C, zinc, and it's got the other vitamins in here. There's guarana extract, beta carotene for color, and that's pretty much it. And this company is in California, Los Angeles, California. And it has a big caffeine disclaimer. Oh, it says proprietary blend energy blend, or proprietary plant-based energy blend. Natural caffeine, green tea extract, ginseng, guarana, and GUAY USA. Guba USA? Never heard of that one. Huh. Let's see if it actually says how many milligrams. I'm not seeing milligrams of caffeine on the can. It's probably on here somewhere, but I don't think it's a requirement by the FDA or whatever, whoever decides on nutrition fact labels. So usually companies put it in random spots somewhere. But I'm not seeing it. Well, if you see it on the screen, let me know when I show the can. But my guess would, I mean, I don't even need to, or should guess how much caffeine is in here, but it's an energy drink, so it's probably a fair amount. So there it is. You got the nutrition facts. I'll do a zoom in. See the vitamin percentages. You got other ingredients. Oh, there it is. 200 milligrams per can. That's quite a bit. Good to know. And they got some marketing material on the side here. I think we're good on that. All right. Let's pop this open, try it out. Does it say it had beta carotene for color? Just a very slight amount, clearly. Not too much. Looks fine. You can see the carbonation. Nothing too exciting. Let's see what it smells like. Yeah, it does have a peach smell. Yeah, not terrible smelling. Right? Try this rainstorm peach nectarine out. Yeah. It does taste like peach nectarine. I mean, artificial, but it doesn't taste bad. Obviously, with the acetylene potassium and the sucralose, it's got those sugar alternatives in here. So you benefit from lower calories, but you have to decide for yourself if you're okay consuming those things. I mean, I do, but I don't like go out of my way to pick drinks that have it in there. It's just that when I do the reviews and things, you know, a lot of them do. So, anyways, there's a slight tanginess from the citric acid. It's got that peach, you got that nectarine type flavoring to it. I mean, it's artificial. It doesn't. I mean, I guess it's kind of close to an actual thing, but it has no juice in it. So if a drink doesn't have any juice in it, I don't really say it's gonna taste exactly like some type of fruit. But yeah, I think it's all right. Not too bad. It has 200 milligrams of caffeine. At least for me, that's quite a bit. I'll probably be feeling it later. But if you want that much caffeine, it seems okay, and you're okay with the sweeteners that they use in here. You know, it's just like a standard mix of energy drink ingredients and flavoring and stuff. I think it's okay. So that was the Rainstorm Peach Nectarine. Clear out my cup. It does have a slight bitterness to it. Let's pour some water in here. Whoops. I don't know if this will help the other drink, but just trying not to have it taste too much like the first one. All right, next up, we've got Lipton Fusions Lemonade Iced Tea. So this one is the strawberry lemonade. Let's take a look at the nutrition facts. We've got 1% juice, so it has some actual juice in here. 90 calories for the can. This can is 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. 170 milligrams of sodium, which is less than this thing, but it's a larger can. This has 270 milligrams in a 12 ounce. Then we've got total carbohydrates, 24 grams of that. Total sugars, 23 grams. Let's see. Ingredients, we've got water, sugar, such as regular sugar. That's cool. Citric acid, natural flavors, clarified lemon juice concentrate. So that's what the juice is, 1% juice. Sorry, some carbonation's coming back. Sodium phosphates to protect flavor, black tea, phosphoric acid. That's also usually used as like a stabilizer for the drink. It's going to add some acidity. I'm not a big fan of the taste of it, but it's just personal preference. Potassium sorbate compared to citric acid, and vitamin C is one that they use for it too. And then we've got potassium sorbate, which is also a preserves freshness thing. Acetylene potassium, again, sugar alternative in here. So it's 90 calories with actual sugar, but then they add even more sweetener. in that ACESULFAME, ACE fame. I say flame, so ACE fame, potassium, POTASSIUM. So it's acyl fame, acyl fame. Yeah. Anyways, gum arabic, glycerol ester of rosin. So what that thing does, it's a better alternative to what they used to use with drinks like Mountain Dew to keep everything mixed together. And yeah, the previous one that they had used in like Mountain Dew was a forever chemical. So it's good that they switched to this glycerol ester of rosin thing. I mean, obviously this is not the same drink, but that was a common one that I don't even remember what it was called. It was a common one that was used to keep things mixed. Calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavor. Sucralose, so again, another sugar alternative in here. It's at the bottom of the list, though, so this is probably going to be very, very sweet tasting. It says manufactured by independent producers for the Pepsi Lipton Tea Partnership in Purchase, New York. Caffeine content, 20 milligrams for the 16 fluid ounce. So it does have some caffeine, no surprise. Tea has caffeine, usually. See if there's anything else that they say on the can here. I don't see anything. All right. Yeah, I'm expecting this to be very sweet tasting. Do a zoom in on the label. "23 grams of sugar." So you can see that one there. So it's focusing on my finger instead of the can. And then down here, sucralose. Then you can see the caffeine down here. Because they always put it in a different spot. I wish they would just list it on the nutrition facts. But legislation would have to change with how it's done, I would assume, for that to happen. Yeah. All right, let's pop this open. Try it out. It's got tea in it. It looks I like tea a lot, but that doesn't look amazing. Yep. All right. Let's do a smell test. Very good. Smells pretty nice. I can smell some of the lemon. I feel like I have to take off my glasses. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. Smell lemon. Maybe some slight tea smell to it. Doesn't smell bad. It smells pretty nice. All right, let's try this out. It's not as sweet tasting as I was expecting with the sugar alternatives that they put in here. I do taste some tea, surprisingly. And it has that Lipton, the classic Lipton tea flavor, which I've never been a big, honestly, I've never been a big fan of Lipton anything. But this is not bad. Slight bitterness, which I actually prefer to have when I'm drinking tea. I mean, the classic, like super classic Lipton, I like the flavor of it. But Lipton as a company and just in general, there's so many better, in my opinion, tea options. Yeah. This is not, it tastes pretty good. I'm not sure I really noticed any strawberry, anything, like any berry, anything. Yeah. At the very least, the berry flavor is hard for me to separate from everything else going on with this. I would assume it's in there. It's just I'm not registering it as like a component or a flavor of it. I taste the tea, which is good. I taste the lemon. It's also good. Uh, yeah, so it's probably in there. I'm just not. I don't have any reference of what it would be like without the strawberry flavor. Yeah, I guess it's in there. But overall, I think it tastes pretty decent. I wish they would not bother adding the isoflame potassium and the isoflame potassium, however you pronounce it, and the sucralose. I don't think it even needs that. I would be fine with this being a little less sweet tasting and just having regular sugar in here, which is what they have. 23 grams for a can this size is pretty reasonable. And I'm sure they did taste tests and they did probably did panels of people tasting, and they probably preferred the thing with the additional sweeteners in here. Is it necessary though? I don't know. I'm gonna complain about every drink that puts that stuff in here. Just as how I would hope things go in the direction of canned drinks and things in the future. Do we need like super sweet, excessively sweet drinks? I don't know. It's just maybe people are so used to it, but I think that's changing a little bit as more and more options in the United States happen. I just hope that they eventually phase out adding extra sweeteners and things that just don't feel necessary, in my opinion. But it does taste nice. It's good tasting. I think it's a pretty decent option. It has a very slight amount of juice in it. It doesn't have a huge amount of calories. 90 calories seems reasonable for a can this size, 16 fluid ounce. And it's a pretty good mix of flavor, I think. Yeah. So normally, just my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of Lipton stuff, but I think out of what I've tried of their products, this one's pretty nice. Tastes good. It's not excessive in calories. It's very fitting it with the current American flavor profiles that people prefer, or I should say sweetness profiles. It's pretty decently sweet. You got the lemonade type aspect. You have actual tea where you can. It's not amazingly strong tea, but it's noticeable in there, and it combines well with the lemon flavor. Lipton specifically works well with lemon flavor. And yeah, I guess there is kind of a berry like flavor in addition to it. But at least for me, it's hard for me to associate what's going on with it with the berry flavors. So, other than that, the ingredients, it's very mass manufacturing ingredients. Has the phosphoric acid, this a bunch of different preservatives in here. There's multiple. We've got sodium phosphates, whatever those are, phosphoric acid, potassium sorbate. There's also calcium disodium EDTA. So quite a few of those preserves freshness things. So whatever that means, it is a very mass manufactured product. So at least maybe consider it, try it out, and see if you like it. This is not a drink that I would buy a lot of and, consistently get, but maybe as like a occasional thing. Might be fun. Little bit of flavor and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, that was the Lipton Fusions lemonade iced tea. Strawberry lemonade. All right. So we've got the two different drinks for today. Out of the two, I think I would prefer the Lipton over the rainstorm thing. This is very classic artificial energy drink. Everything. I mean, I'm sure that they call it clean energy or whatever. It's just using sugar alternatives, using what do they call it? Peach flavor, other natural flavors. So I don't know what peach flavor specifically means. So I can't see well with my glasses on up close. But so whatever that means. And then we've got of course, massive ingredients on this one too. But most of that's vitamins and stuff in there. Yeah. It's fine as well. I just hope eventually I complain about different sugar alternatives. There are other options too, like stevia and monk fruit and things, but they do have very specific flavors, which I also complain about. So there's not really always great options, but there are companies that seem to do well using those types of other sweeteners. I think it really depends on what flavors you're mixing with them to make them work properly. But anyways, these two are fine in my opinion, as long as you're okay with those. Sorry, with those sweeteners that they add to it. Again, I'd probably pick the Lipton over the Rainstorm. This has 200 milligrams of caffeine. Obviously, if you're specifically wanting a huge amount of caffeine, this is go get an energy drink. So, and this really is just a totally different thing, but I would probably drink this instead. Yeah. Anyways, that's another set of drink reviews. It's pretty fun. I go by Scotty Joe Food Reviews for that stuff, but I also do photography, camera equipment, technology equipment, and things like that, reviews and whatever companies send me occasionally and such. But yeah, I'm going to head out. Peace. See ya. Is that? And then also YouTube. Gonna sign out of YouTube as well.